The Canes fan waited 23 years for that moment last night in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl. I'd call it a national championship atmosphere. Canes alums turning up. Lamar Thomas, Michael Irvin, Ray Lewis, go on and on and on. I ran into Travis Benjamin and Alan Hearns and Lamar Miller at dinner the night before the game. And they just kept showing up. And then the fans, Miami fans showing up in masses, man, unlike anything we've seen in a very long time. Must have been 30,000 Miami fans in the Cotton Bowl last night. And man, the team pulled it all together, and it was just a magical moment, and just a great, great thing to see the entire Canes Nation as the new year rang in with smiles on their faces, and the post-game celebration that took place on the field there in the house that Michael Irvin and Jimmy Johnson built. And Jimmy was crying, just soaking it all in, and Mario was, thanking him for being the guy that got it all going. Howard got it all going too, but Jimmy certainly played a big role there in the early stages, and just so cool to see him coming back all these years later and be able to enjoy this moment. So now we're going to be off to Phoenix in a few days. The Miami Hurricanes will play the winner of tonight's Georgia Ole Miss game in the semifinals, 4 quarters of football away from hosting the national championship game at Hard Rock Stadium. Imagine that. What a turn of events from where we were in the middle of the season, trying to pull the pieces together after those losses to SMU and Louisville, and how successfully Mario Cristobal, at that point in time, a critical point for his program, let's be honest, was able to kind of flip the script a little bit, just change the whole mood of the program. They got a little bit more creative offensively. They made everything a little bit more fun for these kids. And this culture is driving Miami to great heights. And we're not going to use that word back, because there's no back until you start winning championships again. But man, these Canes are right on the doorstep, and it is an exciting time. And we welcome you once again to CaneSport Live. It's your show. It's going to be driven by your participation. Most of the guests that you'll see on the show tonight have pre-registered with us. If you have not pre-registered with us and you would like to come on the show tonight, I'll put the banner up on the bottom of the screen right now so you can see it. You just come to canesport@yahoo.com, send us an email, and we'll shoot you a link into the studio to be a part of the show. I'm going to be joined by Lamar Thomas himself in the early stages of the show. He got a little bit of a taste of this CaneSport Live world a week or so ago and loved hanging out with you guys. And so he's back again tonight, and a little bit bigger smile on his face than there was a week ago, but Lamar's back with us. And then later on, the voice of the fan, Bruce Warner, will join us and give his perspective as well. But let me start out here by bringing LT into the studio here. And Lamar, you might have been the happiest guy out there last night. Just a really, I mean, words just cannot do justice to what we all that were in Dallas experienced last night. Well, tell us what it was like for you.
23 years. 23 years. I mean, this is I thank Mario. I talked to him after the game. I thanked him for that win. That was a big win for our program. A lot of naysayers out there who were doubting us from the Texas A&M game. Actually, we can go back to the Louisville game, then to the SMU game, the doubters that have been on social media, and for us to win the game. Not saying we won it for the guys on social media, but it kind of shut them up a little bit, a lot actually. And it just made me really proud to be a Hurricane because, like you said earlier, Hurricanes fans showed up in that stadium that Jerry built, which is a big, massive, beautiful building, which I got lost. I actually missed a lot of the game. I had to watch it downstairs because I was trying to find where to eat. But that's another story for another time. I still got my band on that I had to have to get the free food and drinks. But I got to watch it down at the bar, and it was almost like being out there. Hurricane fans were in droves out there. It was so great to see our fans show up. We've had success in the Cotton Bowl. Actually, I was sitting beside Randall Hill, who all you guys know. He was very successful in that Cotton Bowl that we won years ago back in Dallas. I saw a lot of guys. Warren Sapp was sitting behind me. Yes, he was there. Warren Sapp, he was there.
How
He
do
was
you
sitting by.
how do you
I
get a
don't
ticket?
I
Who got him
don't
his
know.
tickets?
I don't know, but hey man, he has money. So he was sitting behind me and he was having a blast. I mean, what a smart man he is. He was calling out a lot of the defensive things, giving the fans around him to see his brain, because you get caught up in the brand of, you know, he's a, you know, Warren Sapp, but he's really a smart guy. And it was interesting to hear the fans talk as he walked away. Like, damn, he really knows ball. He's a coach. Jesse Armstead was there with the GM from the Giants. I got to meet him, Joe Shad. I think that's his name. I mean, Mr. Fultz and Mr. Freeland. I mean, just a great atmosphere to be in. I wasn't even nervous. I wasn't nervous going into this game. And once I got there, I felt like we had a chance to win the game if we didn't ask Carson Beck to try to win the game. Just manage the game, run the ball, play solid defense, and that was evident in the beginning of the game, Gary. I mean, once we got sacks, I said, oh, they're gonna have some problems. Oh, they can't run the ball. Oh, they're gonna have okay, they got one guy. They got Jeremiah Smith, who's a hell of a player, and Tate. Ennis, I don't really know about, but he's okay. But once I started watching the game and watched the game plan we had, kind of stick to that game plan. Now, you try to run a little trickery here and there, but I think that was just to see the reaction. And you could tell that Ohio State had been studying. But what I really want to talk about, Gary, as far as Ohio State and some of these teams as we get later into the playoffs, I truly believe that the stubbornness will come out. They're not a Jeff Brom or Rhett Lashley who is going to do things to almost seem like they're in desperate, changing things, running different formations, all this crazy stuff. These teams figure we got here for a reason. We're going to stay with our game plan. And whatever our game plan is, we think we can do it because we've already won games doing this. And Ohio State was bullish on that. They didn't change anything. I mean, you got Matt Patricia, who, I guess he's supposed to be a guru coming from the league. Hey, you can't stop the run, man. You can't stop the run. But I want to bring this up while I'm on it. I got my tax guy, Eric Gallagher. Shout out to Eric Gallagher, who's a Ohio State buck nut. Okay, this guy has been giving me crap for 2 years, man. And so finally this year, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna say a word. But when I saw the collision course, once we got in and there was a collision course, I still didn't say a word. I didn't say not a word to Mr. Gallagher. But boy, when we beat Texas A&M, I started. And last night, I must have stayed at the 4, 5 o'clock in the morning texting him. And the guy tried to have a Ohio State victory party at his house and invited all Hurricane fans. He thought it was going to be a beatdown. He literally thought it was going to be a beatdown. And that poor guy, he must have drank himself to sleep this morning. And when he woke up, of course, the old sour puss text, oh, you guys are going to lose to Georgia. Hey, man, we don't care what you think. We beat you. Go on a vacation or something. You're done. You're done. Ohio State, you're done. But I had to get that out of the way. Shout out to my guy, Eric Gallagher, for being an Ohio State bucknut. And sorry. No, I'm not sorry. We kicked your ass. Goodbye. But what a great game, man. It was an awesome game. And I know our fans were excited. I saw people in the grocery store uh, fist bumping and high fiving. It's all about the youth. So we're going to get a lot of fans, new fans, guys. Understand this. We're going to get some new fans. And you're gonna know the new fans. Let me tell you how you're gonna know the new fans. The ones that do this. It's all about the you. It's all about the you. Yeah, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. You don't know a goddamn thing. You ain't been there the whole time. Now you just jumping on board. But that's okay. It's South Florida. They follow the winners, and we were winners last night.
So LT, so we're monitoring this Georgia Ole Miss game tonight here as we do the show.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to kick off, and I'm sure people are watching it while they're watching the show. Do you think it matters which team Miami plays next week in Phoenix? Game will be Thursday night at the Fiesta Bowl. Do you think it makes a difference?
You know, I'm gonna watch the game myself. I mean, obviously, it'd be great to go against Georgia, but it'd also be great to go against Ole Miss. I mean, you're talking about Georgia with Carson, the whole Carson Beck thing, you know, and they're an SEC team, built the same way. We built our team the same way they're built. I think it'd be a carbon copy, but I think we have some really good skill players and really good dynamics that are a little different than watching two SEC teams play each other. Ole Miss, dynamic quarterback. You know, I would rather go against them with Austin Simmons in there because he can't move. I mean, he's a big guy. His dad says he's running 4.5, which I say that's a lie. That's why that other guy's in there. Whatever his name, the kid that tried to get another year. He's a good, solid quarterback. They do have some skilled guys, but I question, without your head coach, the one that's been calling the plays, will that make a difference? And I think we've seen in college football over the last couple of days this whole thing with guys not being there. I mean, it takes something when you're used to a guy calling the plays. Let's take Ryan Day, for example. He hadn't been a play caller in a long time. And then his offensive coordinator goes to USF and gets
and now he has to do it.
And he has to do it. Now your focus is all over the place. You take you know, even who was my guy that went to Oregon, Will Stein. He was the play caller, right? And you know, even if you don't go to where you become a head coach and you stay, you haven't put them as much time in as you usually put in game planning because you're thinking about recruiting your new spot. So it's an interesting dynamic of all these coaches leaving. And you look at Ole Miss's staff, they lost about four or five coaches. I mean, it's crazy how this world, this whole college football world is shaped up now, and it's interesting. But I don't know. I got to look at it. I don't know which one's the lesser of the evils. I'm just happy that we get an opportunity to suit it up another week and see what happens.
Well, it was 23 years, man, and this time when the fireworks went off above the stadium, they were for real.
Yes.
And the result did not get taken off the
Yes.
scoreboard this time around. Well, I'm dying to hear what Kane thought, so let's go to him first here. Kane, what's up, man?
Lamar?
You bleeding orange and green?
What up? I always wear orange and green. I'm watching the game. It don't make a damn difference who we play. I stayed up to 5 a.m. looking at every talk. I didn't listen to no talk last week. I didn't want to hear it. I heard this one say Miami can't win. I can't listen to that stuff no more. After 57 years of your life, even with the Dolphins, just play the damn game. You play the game, then you listen to it. So I listen to everything. All them jokers that had, no, Miami can't do this. Oh, they only scored 3 points. But remember what I said a while back, Gary, and it's true. When Indiana beat Ohio State by 3, you ain't hear a damn thing. But we go to Texas A&M and only win by 7. Oh, they play terrible. That offense can't move. Beck is trash. Nah, what I told people from day one, you give me a veteran vet quarterback, which is Beck, over anybody that's a sophomore or freshman, and we can do the damn thing. Everybody played good. Damn these people. And, yeah, we want to win it all. No, I'm not coming to Arizona because I told you I'm going to be in Miami. Oh, we bringing that shit home, baby. We're bringing that to the 305 on the 19th. My birthday is the 18th. I'll be 58. I ain't changing shit. January 19th, Miami going to rock that shit. Georgia, whoever, it don't matter. Just show up and play. The energy that Michael Irvin got, praises a motherfucker. But I love it. I love it. Ray Lewis out there with his little suit on looking cool. You got to love what you see. The U is not back, but I told you the sun is rising. The sun has risen now, and it's only going to get better. So, Cane fans, don't cry, get upset. Whatever going to happen, going to happen. But if we get to that damn promised land, If we get that January 19th, shut this shit down. The city of Miami like to have cops everywhere. Ain't nobody. Everybody might be committing crimes because that damn stadium is going to be loaded. The people going to be parking down where my boy live everywhere. Hey, I ain't got much to say. Love the 305. Love y'all show. Keep doing what you're doing. Rock and roll. Damn Georgia. Damn Ole Miss. Because remember, we can't beat no damn body. But we fucking them up. Sorry about that. We fucking them up. 305, ride or die, baby. Y'all have fun out there in Arizona and bring that damn victory back to Hard Rock. Peace.
All right, Kane. Thanks for getting us started tonight.
Man, I would love to see him and Michael Irvin get together.
I was gonna say he's got a little Michael Irvin in him without the resume.
Yeah,
he doesn't have Michael's resume. Did you see Michael with that leather belt or whatever he was doing last night over against, and he's like smacking the thing. I'm like, I'm beating that ass or something.
Yeah, because of Michael Irvin. By the way, this is my victory cigar. Because of Michael Irvin, I have said that I'm going to start working out. I mean, the man is 60 years old, looking like a young teenager. When he took his shirt up and it's all the abs, good Lord. I mean, I wasn't looking in a funny way, but I was like, okay, I got to get back in the gym because that's impressive, man. But yeah, Mike, man, he goes on, and he is excited. It was great to see him. Coach Johnson before the game telling stories. Ray Lou, Edge, Andre Johnson, those guys were down there. It was great to see all those guys, man. And it's so important to our culture to have those type of guys there because you think about it. Oh, and I also was sitting by the conscience is what we used to call him, Russell Maryland, the good guy.
You were like. I thought you were like surrounded by paparazzi the whole night. I mean, it was like this was like Lamar's. Like Lamar goes to the game. Okay, all right. Let's give you the whole story here. I'm not going to name names or whatever. That's not important. He strolls up on game day morning to the PJ. Okay. Gets himself a lift to Dallas, struts into the stadium, and then he's walking around like he built the place and not Michael Irvin and Jimmy Johnson. And it was like paparazzi. I mean, and I happen to have some connections. Okay, so I got a few of these pictures. There's LT with Markel Bell. Okay,
had a great game, good game.
With Malachi Tony. That's a money picture. That's a money picture.
Money. Malachi.
With Ruben Bain.
The Bain Monster.
Carson Beck. LT, he's just walking around the stadium taking pictures, okay? Of course he got one with Michael Irvin. I mean, everybody's got to have a picture with Michael Irvin.
Everybody got to have a picture with Michael Irvin.
If they come to a Canes game these days. Got himself a little Mark Fletcher action with the trophy.
With the trophy.
Offensive most valuable player. And then, last but not least, he was there with Mario in the celebration.
That's when I was telling him thank you, man. And he was, what he was talking about was, and I get it. He was saying, well, we got to keep going. And I get it. And I was happy to hear him say that. And I was, he wasn't caught up in it and he was excited, but he understands that we got to keep going, man. This is a threshold. He's gotten over the hump of he can't win the big games and he always finds a way to do this and do that. And Mario and that staff were victorious against, I guess they were unbeatable. I mean, throughout the Indiana game, they were unbeatable. I mean, all we heard all year long was how great Ohio State was. Their best defense in the country, only giving up 9 points. You can't score on them. There were so many things said about this team, but the crack was put in the armor by Indiana. And I think those 3 weeks off, or those weeks they had to take off, I think it put some doubt in their head because, you're not as good as you think you were. And now you got to play a team that's hot, that's fire hot, that's coming in with something to prove in a game where you might not think is a big game, but they do. That's very powerful. And I think they were surprised. I think they were truly surprised. And I know a lot of Ohio State fans were surprised because you could see it in their 14-0. They were sick. They were sick. They were like, man, I didn't think this. And I'm like, yeah, you should have. You should have, and you should have. But they were able to come do some things on the third quarter. They had a nice drive in the third quarter, which was a really good drive. They did some things, but man, after that, it was just straight belt to ass. I mean, we grinded it out. I love the fact that you look at Carson Beck's numbers; they stayed within the game. He didn't make those. He didn't have the turnovers. The only turnover we had was the fumble by Fletch. Um, you know, but other than that, he stayed within the game. He ran the ball too. Now that was the one first down that he got where he ran and he dove for it, and he put his body on the line. I saw the bench, because I was sitting right behind that bench, and man, they were excited to see him. I mean, that means something when your quarterback is landing on the line. That leadership, he's landing on. How many times have we seen quarterbacks pull up or do something like?
He had one where he had to get every inch for a first down, and he did, man.
And he got it. That means it means something to him. It really does.
You mentioned Mario, and something that really resonated with me was in the post-game press conferences, and somewhere along the way, he said that all he wants, and I'd have to look it up. I don't remember the exact words, but all he wants is to help make a difference for these kids. Just come up with something that will help them win the next game and then the game after that. And he's like, it's not about me, but my job is to come up with just a little something somewhere to help them win. I was really impressed by that. I mean, most coaches get in these situations, they've already got their agents renegotiating new contracts and everything else. And maybe Mario's agent's doing that. The university's certainly taking in a lot of money from what's going on right now. But just as a coach, wanting to find maybe a little something that will help them win that game. And I was really impressed with that, LT. And they got just such a great culture going on in this program right now. I mean, it's really amazing to watch. And this is to me is a team of destiny. I look at the stats from last night. I mean, passing game, Miami had 138 yards passing. Ohio State had a 287. That's a big disparity. But on the flip side, Miami had 153 rushing and Ohio State had 45, which tells us that Ohio State won the finesse side of the game.
Yes.
Miami won the physical side of the game. And at the end of the day, that was the difference.
I mean, how many sacks did we end up with in the game, Gary?
I think it was 5.
5. It seemed like he was running for his life half the time.
Yeah,
he got away from a couple. But he was running. And you think about it, that's a freshman. That guy, he's not seasoned. So I mean, and you see that it finally got to him on the last pass. And that's what I said coming into this game. I've seen a lot of DBs, defensive backs, cornerbacks, become all state, all American, all pro, because of their D-line, that front seven, getting to the quarterback, causing havoc, making them throw the ball before they have to, throwing errant pass because they're running for their lives. And I figured, Jeremiah's going to get hits. He's a hell of a player. That guy is a super duper player that we would love to have him at the University of Miami next year. But at some point, that quarterback is going to make some errant throws because he's running for his life. And you saw the last play. That was to Jeremiah. It was an overthrow because the guy was being hit, and he was trying to get rid of the ball. And so finally it caught up with him, and Thomas made the interception. But I just figured as long as that front seven was playing well and we were able to not blow coverages, keep him in front of us, we had a chance to win the game. And I think we blew. I got to go back. I watched the game last night. I want to look at it again to see, was that a blown coverage or him just running away from the defender on the deep post route?
He ran away. It was ugly.
Okay.
He just ran away from him, and there was nobody there to help.
It wasn't even close. But he's a hell of a player, man. A hell of a receiver. And I think I saw a clip where all the guys from South Florida was dapping him up. That was a good deal, man. That he's a South Florida guy. They respect him. They played alongside of him for years. He made a business decision, but who knows? Maybe he makes another business decision.
What do you think? What do you
Because
think? If you were putting yourself in his head, his coach
yeah,
just left to go
yeah.
be the head coach of South
Well,
Florida.
yeah. Well, he ain't going there. He ain't going to South Florida.
No, he's not going to South
No.
Florida. But I wonder if he gets that itch for his last year of college football to come back home and make it right, and play with his boys and try to help Miami win a championship and get that year in of playing home that he hasn't had these first couple years. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked at all if that happened.
I wouldn't be shocked at all, and don't be shocked if Ohio State tries to match every dollar for dollar.
Yeah, but I don't think it would be about the money at that point. He's going to make it $4 million.
But you get an opportunity to come back home and play with your. I mean, you should have saw the love there. It's a clip on X or somewhere.
No, it was on CaneSport Twitter.
It was about 20 hugs, man. Coaches.
Yeah. And did you see that Ohio State coach hanging?
That's what I was going to bring up. I knew watching that clip that eventually one of their coaches or GAs or whatever is going to show up and kind of get him out because they got to make sure that no one is whispering in the ear. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on in college. You got to watch after games. This is interesting. I watch it a lot and just watch it. The guys that are from South Florida or the guys that have really good games or the guys, they're afraid. And you probably should be.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Greg and see what Greg's got to say. Greg, where are you? Oh, there he is.
I'm here. Hey,
there he is.
How you doing?
Happy New Year, Greg.
Happy New Year, Greg.
See, Lamar, how you doing?
I'm great. I am great.
You got to excuse. I had the flu. I'm not.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
That's all right. I'm recovering. I just want to ask you something, Lamar. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. I watched that documentary for like the 50th time, The U, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And you were on there a number of times. And the one time you said the most important thing is how you were going to juggle the women after the game.
Yes.
How many women were there?
There were lots.
Yeah. Okay.
There were lots. Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, hey, I was a college kid enjoying life.
Hey,
prime of my life in the city of Miami, scoring 10 touchdowns. It's going to be a lot. So it was a great deal. Met a lot of great people, a lot of great female friends, and it was a hell of a time. And then the quote actually went, "I knew we were going to win, but most of us had to figure out how we were going to maneuver our women around after the game." Right. That was it was a special time. It really was. And man, I wish, people ask me all the time, would you want to play now with the big money or would you want to play back then? And I always go to this point. We didn't have social media, we didn't have cameras, we didn't have all this stuff where we just had fun. We had fun and we enjoyed every minute of life. Where these kids today, because of social media, can't enjoy life. They're getting criticized by gamblers and other adults, and because they feel like if you're getting paid all this money, you're an adult. So, and you can't do anything. You can't take somebody out on a date because somebody's going to stick a phone in your face and click it. And, it's all kind of crazy stuff going on. So the question, then or now, I pick then. The money's great, but hey, what comes along with that money is a whole different animal than what it was back then.
All right. Gary, I wanted to ask you something. How about Ruben Bain? How'd he play last night?
Now you see why I have the opinions I have. I mean, did you see what he looked like particularly in that first quarter when him and Mesidor walked on the field and said, "We are taking this damn game over"? I mean, Greg, that is what the kid is capable of. Have we seen that in every game this year? Absolutely not. And I am not afraid to say it. And I know it's the truth. And I didn't see it against SMU. And I didn't see it against Louisville. I didn't see it very much after the Florida State game. and I don't know why. I'm not going to, speculate.
Yeah.
But that was a different Ruben Bain that we saw out there last night, right, Lamar? I mean, like that is what he is capable of. And I don't know what's going to happen in the NFL. I still think they might make him a defensive tackle. But like when I say I don't just say crap to to throw stuff up the wall. I mean, I noticed a very distinct difference in how he was playing in the middle of the season in relation to how he was playing at the beginning. And LT, you could probably comment on this. There is no way in hell that Bain and Mesidor were going to sustain that effort level of the first quarter for 4 quarters. It's not humanly possible.
Yeah, and they're not ones to come out. If you notice, they stay in. And you got Lightfoot, and you got Moten, and you got Blunt. Those guys are circling in, but those 2 guys, they want to be out there. But they have a motor, but just some plays they don't give the greatest effort. They give great effort, but not the greatest effort. But man, that first quarter,
unbelievable.
I was like, holy, they were playing for something. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I think Ohio State had to go back to the sideline. The tackles had to say, "What the fuck?
What is this?"
These guys are. What? I didn't say anything about their mamas. I mean,
and Greg, that's exactly what I was talking about the whole the last couple months. Like that's what I was looking for, and I knew that he was capable of that, and I know how good of a player he is. And I was just hoping that we would see it with a little bit more regularity. That's all. Because to get to this point where they are now going, 2 games away from a national title, you need players that can play like that to step up and respond to the moment. And those 2 did. And I thought Mesidor was much more consistent throughout the whole year. Bain was unbelievable for a greater portion of that game last night.
Yeah.
Okay. Lamar, you're a wide receiver. Why does Malachi Tony never go downfield lately? The last few games, every pass he catches is 2 yards.
It's a good question.
Well,
why can't we get him downfield like we did earlier in the year?
I think that he runs a lot of option routes, and the option routes are 5 to 7 yards. I watched. They tried to bracket him on one of those big 3rd downs, and he outsmarted them. He set him up. He went at the outside guy and worked off one guy, which is miles ahead of. As a wide receiver coach, you teach attack one guy. Don't go in the middle. Most young guys go in the middle and figure they could attack in the middle. No, he attacks one guy and makes that guy try to cover it up, and he beats him. I mean, it's unbelievable to watch his mental of the game and how he runs the routes. And I don't think that because of safeties, they're going to bracket this kid the whole time because he is our go-to guy, as we say. So wherever he goes, they're going to have 2 guys watching at some point. So I think if you try to throw the ball down the middle to him, you've seen where Louisville, they got an interception because somebody was on him. I think it's better to make the safety have to come up and defend him and eye him and sneak somebody over the top of him, of the safety, because he is our guy, our most consistent guy. I mean, when I was playing, we had Kevin Williams, myself, Horace Copeland, and Darryl Spencer. On 3rd downs, I was the guy. Only one team figured out, well, 2 teams actually, Alabama, but one team, Florida State figured out, okay, we're going to take Lamar away on 3rd down and make Geno have to throw to somebody else because I was his safety blanket. And that was Florida State. And then when they put Terrell Buckley over me, which we had already said, we were not throwing at Terrell Buckley because he was a game changer. If he gets an interception, you're not going to catch him. He's going the other way. So we had already made a pact that we were not throwing at him. And when it came out the first play, good. Second play, good. 3rd down, what are you doing in the slot? I'm on you all day. Well, that takes me out of the game because we had said we were not going to give him a chance to change the game. So back to what you said, his job is to work the intermediate, get people to stretch your defense and run him in motion. Now, 2 or 3 people are having to pay attention to him. We sneak something else out the backside. You know, he is our guy that they're going to always pay attention, and he's shown it. I mean, what, 95 catches so far this year? That is an unbelievable stat, by the way. I couldn't
Right.
imagine catching 90. Warren Sapp asked me, how many catches you had in your career, Lamar? I said 143. This guy already has, this guy got 95 already. Man,
Without a drop.
Well, I think
Without a drop.
Did he have one
No
year? No more
drops.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a player. So back to your question, I think, you know, you keep him in intermediates, doesn't stretch the, and you know what? Hey, at some point, we see them getting a little nosy. That's what the people upstairs are watching to see if they're going to get a little nosy, and we might be able to sneak them through because, like you said, we haven't run him on any through routes in a long time. So it might be coming. It might be coming.
You know, Greg, I'll add to this. I think the whole passing game has been kind of like that the last few weeks, and you know, Shannon Dawson and I got like a little running joke going on about you know,
I heard
idiot.
you got in a little trouble with old Shannon. I heard.
Oh
about
no,
that,
we're good. No, we're totally good. We're just we're clowning around. So you know, we did an interview before the game. He said something about idiots, or you know, that people are idiots that you know, criticize anytime you win and all that. So I was doing an interview with him after the game, and I said I got to get an idiot question, but I was serious. Like, you know, the passing game has noticeably shrunk here, and Miami's getting away with it. They're winning the games playing bully ball. I find it hard to believe that they're going to make it the whole distance without having to throw the ball at some point. And I, you know, I'm, you know, listen, I want to see them win it all. I'm a little concerned that this passing game has just totally disappeared, the downfield passing game. I think what's happened is, in all honesty, that they're playing better defensive backs at this point of the season. And I think they're having a hard time getting their receivers open down the field. And rather than have Carson Beck sitting there in the pocket, taking sacks, getting strip sacks, throwing interceptions, they're choosing to be a little bit more tactical with the plays that they choose to call that involve throwing the football. And listen, we don't have like we have good receivers, and like you saw the play CJ Daniels made on the tunnel screen, right, LT? Like, that was a great play.
I'm glad you said tunnel screen. I don't want you to get in trouble.
I got yelled at for saying bubble screen. Yeah. Shannon yelled at me. He said it's a tunnel screen, Gary. But yes, I'm telling you, we had fun. But that play might have been the biggest play of the game for, you know, depending on what you're judging by. I mean, that was a hell of a play he made. So they're putting guys in positions to impact the game with what they're able to do, but they're not asking them to do things they can't do. Right. Now, is that going to get them to the finish line here? You know, we're going to find out. They're going to try to get to the finish line this way, but somewhere I think they got to figure out a way to get some downfield passes.
And it was great to see JoJo catch a pass.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, my dad loves those CJ Daniels, and you know, those guys are making some great intermediate catches. You know, we haven't hit any deep passes. We don't have those guys like last year. I always say, that number 3 that we had last year. What was his name?
Jacoby George.
Jacoby George was a game breaker, man. He could stretch the defense.
But he committed penalties like crazy that cost us.
He was a little emotional. He was a little emotional.
He killed us.
He was. I know, but he helped us a lot. But he
he's really good.
Yes, but a guy like that.
But they're not NFL receivers, right?
You know what?
Restrepo's not even barely an NFL receiver.
But you know what happens a lot of times in this game today? You can get away with guys being great college receivers with your system. And you don't have to have, I mean, we would love to have a Jeremiah Smith. We would love to have that guy, but we don't have that guy. But we still won the game by running the offense that kept Carson Beck from being the hero. We just needed him to manage it, make the quick throws, make some great completions, by the way, and also ran the ball and picked up some big first downs and then hand the ball off.
Right. By the way, I think the biggest play of the game was that catch by Marty Brown.
Yeah, Marty.
The guy came in cold off the bench, and they go to him on 3rd down.
Marty.
Okay, let's get to something else. By the way, who's the bigger fraud, Alabama or TCU? TCU, what are they averaging? 44 points a game. They don't score. James Madison put 34 on Oregon last week. Are you kidding me? What an embarrassment. Okay, by the way, what do you think about Caleb Downs? That guy's a beast.
Yeah, he's a baller, dog.
Three fumbles he caused last night.
I'm glad we don't have to play him no more.
Yeah.
He is a star.
Okay. Right, yeah. Okay, the Fiesta Bowl's been a problem for the U. I think the year after you graduated, they got smoked by Arizona. Miami got smoked by Arizona. And then they lost that championship game. So hopefully that'll turn around. By the way, how's Mario going to manage this portal versus the game plan? This is nuts.
It's a good question, actually. And Kevin Porter here was actually asking about the portal. That Brock Schott, freshman tight end, Donta Simpson, freshman defensive tackle, announced they're leaving the program.
Right. Did they get their bowl gear? Did they at least get the bowl gear? I hope so.
Chance Robinson did. Chance Robinson went to the Cotton Bowl, got his bowl gifts, was on the sideline in uniform for the game, flew home on the team charter, and then went to compliance and said, "I'm going to the portal tomorrow." Portal opens the portal opens at midnight. It opens at midnight tonight.
He got something out of it. He had to go for a free week of I call those guys bus steak eaters and bus farters. They're the guys they eat up all the steak the pregame and they sit on the bus and fart the whole time on the sideline. So good for him. He got his bowl gear. Good luck to him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Greg, these are the departures so far: Nykar, Ray Joseph, Chance Robinson, Dalen Russell, Brock Schott, Donta Simpson. Not one of them's a big deal. Nothing to worry about at all in that regard. Simpson showed a little bit of potential, but at the end of the day, he's an undersized defensive tackle. I personally think they need better, and that opens up a slot. I see no negatives at all whatsoever there. Now, how are they going to manage this with the game? Very, very difficultly, quite honestly. The portal opens at midnight tonight. They're going to look and see who pops in the portal. They probably have an idea, some of them, but because the agents, go crazy. But they're going to see who pops in the portal here between midnight tonight and in the morning, and they are immediately going to start lining up official visits. Okay, and there will be portal prospects visiting campus this weekend. Because they got to get these visits in before they leave for the for Phoenix. So it gives them a little bit of leverage, so to speak, with the agents and their clients, saying, "Hey, we are going to be gone next week. We need to get you in here now." And maybe they can close a couple deals before they get on the plane and go to Phoenix. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll be trying to stay all over it. It's going to be a lot to monitor, but. That's what's happening with the portal, Greg, and it's going to be crazy, no doubt about it.
I just got one last little thing. What happened? Is OJ Frederick not going to be able to play this week?
It doesn't look good to me, man. He was on crutches.
He's on crutches. Yeah.
Okay, so if him and Damari Brown are not available, the next guy up apparently is this Jabari Antoine.
Yeah, he would probably be the next guy up.
Is Chris Ewald available? He was a corner in high school.
But I think Antoine is the one that would be furthest along at that point, and that would probably go into the game. I don't know. People have been asking me about Damari Brown. I don't know whether there's a chance he comes back this week or not. I thought it was kind of close last week, so maybe there is. But they are getting a little thin. The good news is that if they end up playing Georgia, which right now is losing 3-0 to Ole Miss at the 2:18 mark of the first quarter, If they do end up playing Georgia, I'm not sure that Georgia is as big of a passing game threat as Ole Miss probably is with the Lane Kiffin offense. So, we'll see what happens. Not ideal to be losing bodies here at this point, but they'll have to work through it.
Yeah.
The best scenario would be Beck beats Georgia and Mario beats Oregon.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
How about that?
Man.
Yeah, that would be the best. All right. Happy New Year to you guys. Great talking to you guys
Thank
again.
you.
All right, Greg. We'll do it again after the Fiesta Bowl.
All right. Have a good one.
You got it. This whole Carson Beck playing against Georgia thing, it was already taking on a life last night at AT&T Stadium, and he was being asked about it over and over again, and it's going to be an issue, okay, if it plays out that way. How does he keep that from being a distraction?
Man, it's hard, man. That's a hard thing. I mean, even, I think back to just coaching against a team where I was there, coaching Louisville against Kentucky. I mean, you're thinking about it. Playing, only time I got to play in a game like that was Tampa Bay against the Dolphins. I mean, so it's something. It's something to it, and he's a veteran guy. Again, I saw one of the viewers say something about, it might be Beck and, it's not the receivers. I think we have good receivers. I'm not saying that we don't have the good guys. I do think you're correct. I think it is them kind of limiting
exposure to mistakes.
Yes. Limiting the opportunity for him to make a mistake. And, hey, it's worked so far. So I'm all for it. That it is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be an issue, but I mean, for him, he's going to have to figure out how he can stay on the same level he's on now and not think I got to make this play and make a dumb mistake, against his former team. But I tell you one thing, they're going to have to change all their calls defensively.
Yes, I thought about that. Yep. All right, Sergio and the kids are with us. We got one kid.
Happy New Year, guys.
How you doing? What did you guys think of the game last night?
Phenomenal. Usually, we're at parties or something, New Year's Eve, and I wasn't going nowhere. I think today was the first day. Yeah, look at you. That I stepped outdoors. I was locked up in here, ready. What is Joaquin, my son Joaquin says? We gotta lock in. So we're locked in, ready for the game. And first quarter was intense.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were. I know we're talking running backs, we're talking wide receivers, but our defense was just hitting kids. They were just hitting them. Number 8 is taking a tight end for a ride, right? Just a face mask full right in his guts. Like you can just hear the oohs, like wow. 24 is doing a 5-point freestyle wrestling throw on the kid who we recruited, who was kind of clowning us. What's his name? Ennis.
Oh, Ennis. Yeah. Ennis.
He's number 1. He was the number 1.
Yeah.
So we don't get penalized for that. Best stat of the whole season is 0 penalties that our team didn't call.
One. I think we didn't have any
penalties. Not even a Bly pushing the center, before the play starts. He does that every game. And we didn't get penalized for anything.
They let him play.
They let him play, which is great. You're physical, and we were just the more physical team. And that's unbelievable. And I love how naysayers just keep, and they're on the boards. I've listened to them all season, say things and like they don't believe in Mario. He calls the timeouts a little funny. Oh, not to my liking. Get out of here with that. Those are Mario's timeouts to call whenever he wants. They're at his disposal, right? So it's his ship. He can do whatever he wants with those. But they don't know about Carson Beck because he throws some interceptions. I'm like, man, Carson Beck puts it where he wants it. Like when he's on, and that guy's locked in. He don't even have a fresh fade. He just got a simple 3 all the way around cut. Like he's locked in, right? Is he not? He is.
You're right, man. He kind of look inmate-ish, but it's okay.
Yeah, it is a little. He don't have the yellow suit on, the county suit, and those hard slippers, right? I get it. But like literally, we were just so intense, and I couldn't believe it. I was worried when we were going in the second quarter, and our defense is out of breath. Like like the ends look like they did during Florida State in the second half. They were just out of it. I'm like, it's only the second quarter. How are we going to maintain this? Like, I couldn't believe it. But even that interception that Scott took it all the way back. I was waiting for the flag.
Yeah,
I was almost in shock.
Oh yeah.
But it was a good all-around game. Legit, like props to Mario. He really put in a lot of work, went through all kinds of criticisms, had to hire, different coordinators, different, position coaches all this time. And then he's settled on some good guys right now. Like we're in a good spot. We've got all the pieces to make a run. We've got all the pieces to win. That one brought us to here and can win next week, whoever we're playing, and win the following week at home. So it really could be like the dream run. It's been 23 years. I can't believe it. I'm almost 50. Like how does that happen? 23 years. Where did that go? I think I was 23 years old when they lost against these.
I used to think we were going to these games every year. I thought we were going to be at the Sugar Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, or the Rose Bowl, occasionally the Orange Bowl every single year.
Unbelievable. So I've been eating rat poison all night. I didn't go to bed. I'm like Kane. I was watching Miami stuff until like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, what? Like this is like I was like Christmas. But now I hear more people. What's his face? Who's that guy from the wide receiver from Florida State who's a talking head? He's like one of the 3 who picked against us. What's that guy's name? Do you remember? Gray hair.
That's Joey Galloway from Ohio State.
Joey Galloway. Yeah. So Joey's like all of a sudden he's watched an actual Miami Hurricanes game. And now he's like, well, these guys are physical. He's got egg on his face. Yep. But these guys are going to start coming around now. And, and I love to see Mario. Even Mario went off script. Like he was so excited yesterday. It was almost like a championship game. Like he was saying, he'd always say, hey, we're we're physical. And then he starts saying something like, we're tired of hearing people talk, all this negative about it. He said something along those lines. I was like, whoa, Mario got off script. So it was a big win. And, I'm just proud of the program, proud of the players, proud of the coaches, happy for the fans. I mean, there's peace, there's love and joy on the message boards. What? What? So anyhow, that's really it. That's all I got.
What's his name? Joaquin?
Yeah, that's it.
Joaquin, what's up, man? You got nothing to say?
I found it a really entertaining game. Played hard. I couldn't enjoy it that much because he was screaming the whole time. But yeah, they played hard. They got the job done.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of drinks.
All right, guys. Well, glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully there's more to come here on Thursday, and we'll see what happens.
All righty.
Fellas, enjoy.
Happy New Year, guys.
There's my crew.
Oh, man.
These are the kids who I watch Canes with. I take them to spring games. And we got to find out when the spring game is so we can see that. But we got a few more games, hopefully.
Hey, man, I got to keep you away. Hey, Sergio, I got to keep you away. I got daughters.
Hey, listen, man, you're the handsome one, so I'm sure they're beautiful. So we protect you.
You got 3 handsome sons. I got to keep your ass away. Bye-bye.
All right, Lamar. Gary. See you guys.
Yeah.
All right,
we'll see you next time. I think winning these games has been a big load off of Mario's shoulders.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you work so hard, and it's all about getting here, and he has sacrificed so much these last 4 years.
Yeah.
To get to the program where it could compete in these games. I mean, and I think being able to do it successfully has got to be just a massive boulder.
Yeah, it has to be.
Off of his shoulders.
It has to be. Hey,
Gary,
hold on, man. I got to show some of my gifts from last night. So that's my pass right there. Can we see it? Yeah, I had to. So I had. Thank you, Jessica, by the way, and Rick, and all the athletic department. I had field access pregame,
Yeah.
halftime, and postgame. Okay, I'll take a little bit of that. It wasn't the whole thing, but I'm okay with.
And then you had the private suite during the
Yeah,
game.
and yes, but those Hall of Famers, they deserve that. You know what I mean? It don't hurt my feelings when Jimmy Johnson, Edge, Andre, and Mike Irvin and Jessica said, "Hey, Lamar, can you get out? This is for the Hall of Fame." So, hey, I'm good. I get it. Those are the greatest players ever to play at the University of Miami. I want a picture, but it was fun. Let's see what I got. The Cotton Bowl. Let's see. Can I put it up? Oh, Cotton Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Goodie bag. You know, it got I don't know what it got in here. So, I don't know what this is. A little notebook. And I bought this for my friend Eric I talked about earlier, just so he can have a memento. These are like, he drinks a lot. He drinks some beers and shit. So, got him some swag, for my guy Eric, Eric Gallagher. And let's see what else I got. Obviously I got my cigar for tonight, my victory cigar. And this is something that I'm gonna keep. This is I got from one of the players, man.
I love that.
I asked, I said, "Hey man, can I get that?" And he was like, "Nah."
I wasn't thinking. I should have grabbed one of those somewhere.
One of the guys said, "Man, give it the old school, man. I'm old school now." It kind of hurt a little bit, but I get
old school Lamar.
Man, give it the old school, man. Old school been with us the whole time, man. And he said, "All right, man." I said, "So when I was in school, George Foreman and the Stork and all those guys, that's who I looked at as old school, old OGs, right? Nah, I'm an OG, man." He said, "Man, give it to old school." So I took it to. I was like, "Thank." And let me tell you something. I kind of got my feelings hurt a little bit, Gary. So I was going to, I saw the shirts and the hats. I was gonna go get me one of them shirts and hats. I was going in that locker room.
Yeah.
I didn't have the credentials.
All right.
So I was a little upset. I'm like, "Man, I'm one of the players." The guy was like, "Nope." And so I turned to some of the guys that I knew that worked for Miami. That they got the sweatsuits and everything. I said, "Man, hey, you can get me in?" He said, "Man, I can't even get in." It was some real serious stuff going on. They was security was being security. I'm Jerry's World got some, maybe it's CFP or maybe it's Jerry's World, but they security. They ain't playing around there, boy. They really security.
Before we go forward here, I gotta straighten something out here with J Tothel
Hold
B2018.
on, when I said George Foreman, I meant Chuck Foreman. I don't know about that. Thank you, Panhandler King.
Yeah, I knew who you meant.
Yeah.
Okay. Marty Brown's been the third string running back all year long. Okay. Like Gary didn't say anything so revolutionary. Okay. There's Mark Fletcher. Certainly Jordan Lyle was in the mix during fall camp. And Marty Brown was probably number 3 because Pringle had not emerged to this point.
Right.
And he's been able to play in some games this year. He's a very good running back. He had a very good career at a lower level of football before he came here, and he still has time left. I'm pretty sure he'll be back next year. He didn't play for like the last, I think, 3-4 games. And
we haven't seen him since SMU.
Yeah, we hadn't seen him since SMU. And Coach Merritt, great coach, by the way. I mean, what a great addition to the staff Merritt's been. Goes up to Shannon Dawson in the fourth quarter, says, the way this game is, I really think it's the right type of game right now for Marty. And, Shannon said, all right, let's roll with it. And they put Marty Brown in the game, and Shannon threw the ball to him on the one play. The next play, he got a run, and they got another run, another run. Then he busts the last run for a touchdown. And he was fresh legs coming in at a time where everybody else was exhausted. You saw the difference in the Ohio State defense on that last drive. And, Shannon was talking about how, like, he didn't want a field goal on that drive. It was touchdown or bust as far as he was concerned. And Marty gave them fresh legs, and man, it worked. And, it's just so typical of how you have guys that are stepping in as role players on this team in moments and coming through. And That's what makes a good team. And this is a very good, complete team that the Canes will be taking to Phoenix. And culture's unbelievable, LT. You gotten the chance to be close down there. I mean, these kids love each other. They get along. There doesn't seem to be a lot of jealousy.
No. And, you know, one of the things, by the way, we got some cotton bowl jelly beans, too. Somebody commented on me eating. You had to be there, dear Eric, W5, cotton bowl jelly beans. And yes, I am eating them. You're damn right. I earned them, goddammit. You know, you be around these kids, man. You know, I could say this last year. There were some guys, it was a culture thing. There were some guys that didn't want to be there. And they were the guys you had to spend time coddling instead of coaching. I don't see a lot of that now. I see a lot of guys that enjoy being down there and being around each other, you know. And it's you go through this whole thing of finding the right guys to fit your culture. And I think this year, you look at that running back room, you look at the leader of the running back room, an unselfish guy. It talks about the coach being in there and seeing these guys and being okay with, hey, you know what? I watched Fletcher when Marty Brown scores. He's one of the first ones to celebrate.
Yep.
You know, and that's a great thing to have because it becomes contagious. It really does for teammates to cheer each other on. It said, you know, a guy scores a touchdown and nobody goes over there to congratulate him. It's not a good deal.
No,
that's not a good culture to have. And I'm very proud of what he's built. The whole coaching staff, them too, and the team, because it's not saying anything bad about last year's team, but they didn't carry themselves the same way this year's team did. And there were just some players that, you know, they were a little salty about a lot of things.
All right, let's go to Adam's bedroom. What's up, Adam?
Well, no, this is actually my my living room. I've been watching the Georgia game and the Heat game. So,
okay.
By the way, it's 7-6 Georgia now in the second quarter.
Okay.
Yeah. A couple things. One, and obviously, Lamar, you played the position. I am just a fan. Is there any concern because Tony's fumbled 3 times in the last 2 games? I mean, obviously, once he got popped by Downs.
Yeah.
Like the strip fumble against A&M, and then the 2 fumbles that he recovered off of catches. Or is that just the speed of the game versus him going before he's really secured the ball?
I mean, you think about this. Okay, the kid has caught 95 passes, maybe 96.
Yeah.
Supposedly without a drop.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time touching the football.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's not the biggest guy. And 3 guys is always around him at some point.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, things have happened. And, you know, knowing him and knowing Kevin Beard, they're definitely working on ball security. Not saying that they haven't, but things happen sometimes. I mean, he touches the ball a lot.
No. I mean, and luckily the 2 against Ohio State, he was Johnny on the spot. Yeah. And including the one where he got back up, got a couple more yards. Yes. And we got the field goal out of it.
Hey, Adam, let me throw one other thing at you, because it was very noticeable to me. This wasn't the Miami NC State game last night. Okay. This was big boy. This was big boy football.
Yeah. No, definitely.
The level of physical violence, especially in the first quarter, was unbelievable, right, LT? I mean, these guys were smacking the living hell out of each other, and even that's when Fletcher fumbled. He got caught by it.
He got caught.
It's when football's being played like that, Lamar, it gets different, right?
Oh yeah, it's at a whole different level, dog. It's big boy ball. It's you know, we used to always say in the pros, it's preseason, there's regular season, then there's playoffs, then there's Super Bowl. In college, it's you playing Long Beach State, when you tighten it up with Florida State, you know what I mean? It's big boy ball, and Ohio State was big boy ball. And Caleb Downs, man, god damn.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, Ohio State has some players who are going to be top 10 picks, like Reese.
And they were laying it out.
Yeah, and that guy number 8 is also going to be Sonny Styles, I think is his name. Yeah. So obviously Caleb Downs. But I'm just saying, like, going forward, there's no cause for concern of him like having fumbling.
He's got to get used to it. He's experienced it. He'll be more prepared next time.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously the one against Texas A&M, same thing. He was just trying to do too
Just
much.
trying
and
to
the
get
guy
too
ripped it
much.
out.
I mean, sometimes you get in your head, I got to get this extra.
Okay.
And you remember, well, it's funny. I was about to say they're getting paid too. That was
Yeah.
always a joke in college, but now it's reality.
It's actually
They're getting paid too. So
Yeah. So
In the
okay.
meantime, Ole Miss just scored again,
again,
but they
Okay.
missed the 2-point conversion, so it's 12-7 now. Ole Miss, 10:33 left in the second quarter.
Either team. I mean, right now, I was talking to like my dad, who's also a big UM fan. Nobody thought. Even Gary said, not Gary, Matt said at the beginning of the year, this year was the year that we'd make the playoffs, win a game, but not win the whole thing. Right now, Miami, I think we're like that team. We can beat anybody on any strap them up, we'll beat them. But right now, it seems like we're a team that's playing loose and playing with the house money. We know
No, don't say the house money word. No.
Okay, no.
This is, oh my God, I can't. Now you really
Sorry,
got me
Gary.
upset. Now you got me upset. Okay. I am so tired of hearing this house money. You are
I didn't mean to.
You are 2 games away from the national championship. Okay. There's no such thing as house money. Okay. You are here to win the damn championship.
Oh no doubt. And I can't
no
wait.
guarantees that this is coming back next year or the year after.
No doubt. And I want to get away from the house of horrors that has been Tempe in my lifetime. I want to win in Tempe. Don't worry. I want us to play the national title game as a home game.
Yeah, but there's no house money. Oh, geez, we've had a nice season. We made it to the 3rd round of the playoff. No, you got to go win the damn thing.
No doubt.
Imagine if Lamar, if you guys did that. Oh, geez, like, we're 2 games away from playing for one of these championships. No. How do you think Lamar feels about that Alabama game that they didn't win the national championship? Do you think it's like, oh, geez, we had a nice season up to that point?
Give me one more chance.
George
Give
T.
me one more chance. Give me one more.
Yeah,
that's just infamous, George T.
Yeah, there's no house money. No house money in any of it.
But what? A couple things. So I didn't notice this, but I noticed that like Samari Wingo was on the field. JJ Dunnigan, all of them. So are those all early enrollees and they can be,
yes,
and they're officially students now? Okay. I didn't know what the NCAA
That's awesome too.
That was.
Yeah, and they got to experience it up close, and it was great. Yeah.
I saw Camden Portis as well out there, and so I was just curious. But a couple other things. So you had mentioned it earlier, like with the portal, it's now a balancing act. Right, just getting the kids, getting them signed. And have you heard anything about Levitt or Sorsby for next year? Because ESPN has reported that obviously we're interested.
I think
backwater contact, and especially after Tech got blown out by Oregon and are losing like pretty much everyone. I don't know if Sorsby wants to go there so fast.
Sorsby would look great in a Miami uniform. Let's leave it at that. I don't think Levitt's the one that everyone's been talking about all through these first couple weeks, just because he announced early and there's been a lot of speculation. I don't know that it's going to be him. I really don't know.
The other kid I've heard speculation, and this was again from On3 and then a little from 24/7, was that we might be interested in, what's the guy's name from South Florida? The big guy.
Byron Brown?
Yes, him.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on him?
I don't know. I think him, CJ Bailey are a notch below what they should be looking at. I mean, if you're going down to that level, to me, you should ride with, Luke Nickel or,
Emery. Okay.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, to me, if you're going to sign a portal quarterback and negate your high school recruiting, it needs to be a dude.
Okay. And what is the conversation? And this is the last thing. What are the conversation with like all these kids going in the portal, like during, like the Chance Robinsons, the Nye Cars, the Brock Schott, obviously, which again, Schott, I think was going to get passed. Well, he already got passed by Gilbert. Lofton's coming back. And then you have these 2 studs coming in. So I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, he clearly wasn't going to have a role in this offense. I don't know why he was ever signed, quite frankly. I mean, But
I thought he was a high 4-star out of Indiana, but
yeah, but I don't know why they signed him if he was there's his position, what he can play, does not have a role in this offense. So I don't know. But
what are those conversations? Because it is like your team's still playing in the season. This isn't like back when Lamar played. You played your bowl game on January 1st, January 2nd. Season's over. The season's still ongoing.
They got to declare. They got to declare themselves, and they got to start looking for a new home before all the money dries up. And a lot of these kids that are going in the portal are not going to get new homes, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. You know, Carr went in the portal last year and got no offers and came back to Miami. They did him a solid and gave him another year at Miami. I don't know, you know. Like, I don't think that they expected Chance Robinson to go on the road trip to Dallas and come back home and go in the portal. I think if they thought he was going to do that, I don't know that they would have taken him to Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like once you're off the team, you're off the team, even though you were on the team.
No, they could bring you back if they want.
I mean, like when Ray announced last month, that's it. You're not going to continue with us.
Right. He won't be back.
No, I'm not saying we'll be back, but like, so once you enter the portal, you're no longer part of the team, even for the 2025 year, even as it goes. So they've like separated themselves from him.
Yeah, they would.
Okay. Yeah. That was my question.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for bringing that up. But have a great rest of the show, Gary.
All right, Adam. Thank you, Adam. Thanks for being part of it.
Hey, Gary,
all right, he's chomping at the bit, LT.
Chips up right here, boy. God dang. Go ahead.
He's chomping at the bit. So let's bring the voice of the fan, Bruce Warner, into the fray here.
What's up, Bruce? You happy, Bruce? You happy?
I'm thrilled, man. Yeah, but I got to be honest. I picked Ohio State. I really did. I thought they would win. I had some really good reasons why we could beat them. I don't think they played anybody.
Whatever the reason you had, you need to flush that shit down the toilet, Bruce.
I already got it flushed. Leon called me. Steven called me. Mark called me. Kelvin. Yeah, I got enough crap from those guys.
I can't believe you, bro. I'm disappointed.
I guess I'll get the same crap from you, but I'm just being honest. I thought they were going to beat us, but
you should have lied. Goddammit.
What?
You should have lied. You should have lied, though.
I should have lied.
You should have lied. There's sometimes in life you just gotta lie, though.
We got a guy, Everything 305, who used to come on this show every week. I don't know. I hope he's okay. He hasn't been on in a while. He started out the year, he was picking Miami to lose every game. Like until he finally was right, you know, when the Louisville game came. But
you know what's weird, Gary? I don't see as much rhetoric over here in the chat with people busting in saying you're gonna get your ass beat and Miami next week you're gonna lose and all this. You remember
we don't have an opponent yet.
We had Ohio State fans in here. We had Texas A&M fans. And what happened? You guys at home eating chips on the couch? How was the game?
That's because all these Cane haters can root for 131 other teams. We only have one team we root for.
True.
Just like true. You know, my ex-wife, whatever. You know, one was a Gator, one was Florida State. But if we lose, we could lose to Kentucky or whatever. Mm-hmm. You suck.
We don't have
what the hell up?
We don't have an opponent yet, LT.
How many wives you had, bro?
We don't have an opponent yet. Who's going to come in here and trash talk tonight?
Speaking of comments, you see all these comments about you eating food on the air?
Hey, man, I'm hungry. Hey, man, this is my dinner time, man. My wife made some spaghetti down there. I can't wait to get down there, but I had to come talk to you, man. You and the fans, man. I was so excited about. I mean, look, I got home at 2:30. I couldn't even sleep. I had to watch the game again. I mean, I ain't even had no coffee today. I mean, I'm just a wreck, but I'm happy.
Yeah, you're happy.
I'm freaking happy. We won. So,
you know, we haven't really talked about the game that much, but I thought that Keontae Scott was incredible. Incredible. And the front four was great. Moten, before he got hurt, they were all pushing that pocket.
Is he okay? Yeah.
I think he was walking around fine after the game.
Walking around after the game. He's probably okay. Frederic might not be okay.
I think he just got rolled a little bit. Frederic looked a little bit more serious to me.
Yeah. I just thought the whole thing and the game plan.
Yeah.
because I got a little nervous when it was 14-7, and then 17-7, 17-14. I got nervous. Yeah. But you know what? They went back to what I had said all along. They cannot be predictable. We said this last week. You can't be predictable. And they weren't, once again. They ran when they wanted to run. They threw. They're not throwing bombs. They don't have to throw bombs. Yeah. Guys like Malachi can catch an 8-yard pass and take it to the house. Yeah. He's done that a few times. He's caught some slants and taken it to the house. You know, and Daniels again yesterday came through in the clutch. That guy has really stepped up. Whatever they were complaining about him at LSU last year, he sure corrected that. I don't know if he's got enough team speed, not enough speed to play at the next level. Lamar, you may know that. I don't know, but he's pretty damn good.
You know, Bruce, I keep looking at you, dog. I look at it a little disgust now. I can't believe you picked them motherfucking Bucks.
You're still talking about it?
Goddamn, boy, I'm mad as hell. I'm going outside and smoke my cigar after this, but boy, I can't believe you. I'm looking at you like, you done fucked up. I'm like an interrogator now. You done fucked up. I can't believe you said that, man. You picked the Buckeyes.
I picked the Buckeyes. Yeah, I thought we were going to lose. I thought it would be a close game, but we probably would lose it because I figured they're upset. They lost their last game.
You know what? You need to pick the next team too. Pick their ass again. So
listen, that's exactly what Mark said. I'll pick either Georgia or Mississippi. And I don't care. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy to be wrong. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Georgia's winning now, 14-12.
Yeah.
But
whatever. That's all right, man. We're just happy, man. I'm not even mad. I want you to pick.
I know you're not mad at me.
I'm so happy to win that game, to be there. Like you said, we haven't really talked about the game because it's more. Everybody saw it. I mean, they saw it. They saw the ass kicking because we pretty much dominated, except for one that we always had that one quarter. Yep. I'd say the third quarter, half of it, maybe a half of it, or maybe a little bit more than half. That was that little bit. But you take those 3.5 quarters or whatever, it was a straight ass whooping, man.
Yeah, it wasn't it? They never led.
No,
they never led.
No, it was just domination.
They had one chance to lead. They were down 17-14, and we stopped them, and that was it. So they never led.
Fletcher goes down and does his thing. Before he fumbled, we're gonna put points up. Then, it was just we just had our way. I think they were shocked. And Dave, he hadn't called plays in a while, and now you got him out there calling plays. It just he wanted to run the ball. It wasn't happening. Now you got to throw it downfield.
I want to see if the Mikester Kane has come up with a new song yet. So no, not yet.
No, guys, I've been sick. I think Matt gave me his disease.
Man.
What the hell y'all got going on?
Oh my God, it's been with me for a week, guys. I'm serious.
But we won, so you need to get sick again. Keep getting sick. Shit.
No, man. Oh God, don't do that. Oh.
Next week, check into the hospital.
You can tell like having the flu.
I sound like Red Fox on Sanford and Son. That's what I sound like.
You do sound like Red Fox.
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
You big dummy.
You big dummy.
Look at you pick Ohio State, you big dummy.
Yeah.
I could put some tracing paper around your face and make me some gorilla cookies.
Hey, I'm tired of all these. I'm tired of.
You pick Ohio State, you big dummy. Put them up.
Hey, I'm tired of all the Solo D music, man. I want to hear a new original soon. All right.
Yeah, I'll do the best I can. I'm working on it. Trust me, I'm working on it. So, anyway, oh man, great game. Physical, just physical on both sides of the ball. Total domination in the trenches. Man, what else can you say? It was, I thought it would be a David versus Goliath, where David grabs a stone, he slings it at the Philistine, strikes him in the head, and he falls to the ground. Well, that's what Miami did. They struck Ohio State in the head. They fell to the ground. Gave him the black eye.
Black eye.
The black eye. Yep. The Buckeyes became the black eyes.
Black eyes.
There you go.
Black eyes.
The black eyes.
Black eyes.
Yeah, that's it.
It almost sound like black guys. Ohio State black guys.
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
what do you think? You want Georgia or Ole Miss?
Oh God, that's a tough one. I'm going to lean towards Georgia. I think Ole Miss has got a very high-powered offense. The Lane Kiffin, you know. So we'll see. Who's leading right now? It's 14-12 Georgia.
14-12 Georgia. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think Georgia's probably going to take that one. That's my opinion. But we'll see.
All right. Well, you get better. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get better. Hey, where's Matt? Matt shot out. I got to blame him for this.
I had to give him a night off, man. We've been like killing it. He needed a night off.
Oh my gosh, did he ever? He sounded terrible. Not as terrible as me, but boy, I'll tell you. It was great game last night. That made me feel better that we beat those guys finally.
Yeah.
Waiting 23 years to really, beat them good. So
it's a great night.
Great night. All right,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
You guys too. Take
Get
care.
better.
All right, take care.
Feel better.
Hey, Gary, let me ask you something. I have a quick question. I saw it, and I don't know if it's true. Did Herb Street say something after the game that we were lucky that the refs gave us the game, or was that a fake news?
What?
I saw it on Facebook.
No,
I mean,
the refs didn't do anything in that game. The refs did. Really, the last two games, the refs have done a great job of like staying out of the damn game.
Yeah, letting us play. Right.
They were letting them play. Yeah. Let's see. Rashad Mitchell here says something interesting that Miami's going to win it all. That it's their destiny to do it, and it almost does feel like this is a little bit of a team of destiny, guys. Don't like it does to me. What do you think?
I agree. We beat Ohio State, a nemesis from 23 years ago, and then next week we go to a place where we got robbed by Ohio State 23 years ago, so we can end that nonsense and come back here where we belong to win a title at home in front of our fans. That would be that's destiny to me.
As visitors.
As visitors. And we can't smoke, but they'll do it. Remember, he told him not to do it, and he did it anyway with the fireworks.
We were visitors. We didn't go in the other locker room.
Oh, you did. You're right. You came out of your same locker.
We came out of our same. I wonder if they'll make them change. That'd be interesting.
Probably not. They probably won't make them change it.
Life's Good says, give it up to Shannon Dawson. He called a great game. I really felt he did. I think that's a very, very accurate. I've had several people make comments about Shannon Dawson to me today, and I thought he really did do a great job managing his play calls last night, and he was actually mad at himself. There was one moment where Miami got the ball down to the 30, and they had a chance to put the game away, and they got a little sloppy on offense. They gave up a sack. Beck held the ball too long. Then he tried one of those jet sweeps to Malachi. Got killed. Got destroyed and lost.
That linebacker shot through the hole, and he had nothing but green grass. Yeah,
they were now. Georgia's pulling away.
They were waiting. They were waiting for that jet sweep in that game.
Yeah. The call inside the 5 or wherever it was, 6, where it looked like Carson faked like he was going to run, and he just dumped off to Fletcher in the flat. Wow, that was a hell of a call.
I got Ohio State fans saying that the ref were cheating for us because Malachi was offsides.
Cheating? That's ridiculous. He was offsides. They missed that call.
They missed it, but I don't know.
But I don't think there's any conspiracy behind them missing it. No. They just missed it. Yeah. No. All right, let's go to K-Mac, who's been waiting patiently. And K-Mac, what's up, man? What are your thoughts tonight?
Yeah, you saw my face, Gary. I look like a man waiting patiently. Starting to get pissed off over here.
Yeah, you were chomping at the bit, man.
Yes, sir. A lot of things said. I'm ready to tell you. Hey, what's going on, Lamar? How you doing, sir?
Great.
Hey, Bruce, one thing I don't agree with Lamar with, you shouldn't have lied, but you should have took that to your grave. Don't ever do that again, Bruce. Don't come in here and say that again, man.
That's what my grandma said. Some things, baby.
Yeah, take that to your take that to your grave.
Don't mention me and grave in the same sentence, please.
Well, whole bunch of things, man. One, I'm just gonna say enjoying the moment. I'm really enjoying it, and it just feels good, to be relevant again, to have people put respect, on that logo, put respect on the university. Kudos to Mario. Gary, I think me and you've always been on the same page, even through all the frustrations, bad calls. That's who we got, and he's not going anywhere. I know I'm always telling guys and fans, look here, say what you want. He's the best we're going to get. There's nobody we're going to get with more passion for this university, more love, that's going to give more than what he gives for. Even I know he makes $8 million a year, great money. Don't get me wrong, but I'll be honest with you, I feel like he'd do it for 2 if he had to. I mean, the guy loves university.
He's not making 8.
How much you make?
10?
4.
Is it like 10? Oh, 4?
No.
I thought he was making 8. I could have sworn I thought he had a $8 million contract. Well, regardless, he will make 8 soon. I'm sure he got a raise coming up pretty soon. But yeah, just enjoying the moment. I remember about.
Oh, you're talking about Mario. Okay.
Yeah, Mario. Yeah.
We'll get a raise
in week
out of it.
5 or 6, I remember coming on Canes Live with you guys, and me, you, and Bruce were chopping it up. And I remember telling you guys then, when guys were finally giving, saying, hey, Miami's playing ball. And I was like, hey, man, I think looking at our team, I said, we can play with anybody. I said, put us on the field with Ohio State. I remember that show. I'm going to go back and look at it again so I can reference it, more specifically. But I remember saying, put us on the same field as anybody. Miami in the trenches can battle anybody in the country. There's nobody I'm afraid of. And I still feel the same way. And there's no dominant team, which is why I never understood why Ohio State was getting the respect that they were. There were no dominant teams. I just didn't see any one team that you looked at that you said definitively that's absolutely 100% the best team in the country. There was no point in the season I ever felt that way. I always felt like they were beating up on mediocre teams that could not match them talent-wise and schematically throughout the year, which is why they were smashing everybody, because they just had nobody to really challenge them. And the 3 teams they lost 2 of the 3 games. So again, I know they got the talent, but you think of Arvell Reese, everyone's talking about first-round picks. I don't remember hearing his name called. I thought I had to check to make sure he was playing yesterday. I said, where's this guy that was supposed to be a top 5 pick? I have not heard his name on any plays. He didn't blow. I mean, he did nothing. We absolutely neutralized him. So
if you watch Bell or Manoa or Cooper get off the pile, you would see him laying at the bottom of the pile.
yeah, he just didn't have the impact.
Tackles, that's for sure.
He didn't have an impact. So let me go ahead and down the list of some of the things I did want to chat about. So one of the things I know, and I think Mario's been saying it, man, this whole thing about we're back. I think for me, I understand where he's coming from. When I say it, I'm saying more specifically from the fact of the respect being given to the brand, being nationally recognized again.
Gary and with Mario.
Yeah,
I think what it means to me is not that we're back because we won a title, which is what Gary keeps talking about. To me, it means that the nation now has respect for us again. We're back in the fact that it looks like this is not a fluke. This is going to continue, and that's where it was before. We didn't always win the title, but we're back in terms of the national. Is Florida back? They won in 2007, 2006. They're not back. They're in the toilet.
No.
Florida's
I like that we're here. We are here. How about
I agree.
I like that. I'm not saying that.
No, but I agree 100%. I do. We are here, and this is our moment. This is our time. This is what they're doing. I have no problem with that. But in terms of me, if you hear me say we're back, I'm not talking about the Alonzo Highsmith, the Melvin Bratton, the Lamar Thomas, the Michael Irvin. I'm not talking about that. These kids, what specifically Bain and Mawanoa, these guys have earned the right to etch their names in Cane folklore without being attached to anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. They're established a brand that, while it's still the same U logo, the same one that yourself, Lamar Thomas, the Michael Irvins, the Russell Marylands, that these guys looked at, you guys etched it and you carried on the legacy of what you had. But for that specific moment, when we talk about Lamar Thomas's Canes or those days, you set your own standard. And I feel Bain and Mawanoa deserve the right to have themselves etched within that folklore, within that family. And like, there was a post I put in the chat in the war room, Gary, that was talking about that moment where Mawanoa walked up to Bain. He specifically said, "Where is Bain?" And he ran up on him and he said, this is your time. This is what we worked for. This is what we practiced for. This is what we bled for. We spat for. We lost sleep over, practice for. That to me, oh, I'm sorry, I'm knocking down my phone. I'm about to tear this place up.
Hyped up. You hyped up, right?
You're here, K-Mac. You're here
That's
too.
it. I'm here, baby.
Damn, damn. You got me going around this bitch.
Something keeps dropping. What is that? What happens when it drops? Like
it's not my phone now. But that was the moment where I said, that's what Mario's talking about when he said these guys sat here and they went. Those two guys deserve to have their name attached to Kane's past without taking away from what they're doing right now.
Right.
What they're doing right now at this very moment. Michael Irvin, as much as I love seeing him doing what he was doing on the sideline, he's not on that field with them. But he is in spirit. And so you want that connection, but you don't want them guys being like, you don't want them to get lost when you start talking about Jerome Brown. I don't want Bain's name to get lost in that. I want him to have that same ability to be able to talk amongst them, because he said, I sat here and I went through the troubles. I went through the fire. I went through the persecution.
But I think he does have the right, and he will, because look at what happened. He
should. These guys had to hear the same stuff.
Yeah.
They had to hear the same things that Mario had to hear. And now you hear everybody trying to praise him. And I think I look at Bain, and every time I look at Bain, I keep looking at him. I feel like he's like looking at guys like, don't come on this bandwagon now. No. Keep that same energy y'all had 3 years ago when you were clowning us. Keep that same energy.
I like the short arm comment that he got to block a kick with them short baby arms, the alligator arms.
He got to nail with them alligator arms, but we got it though. He got it. But so going back to my original, so when I say we're back here, I'm talking about the respect that people are giving Miami, and they should. The game plan. I think I'm really have to give respect to Dawson and say I think I'm looking at him doing is understanding he's working with the personnel that he has, and he's making the absolute most of it.
I like that.
He does not have. We don't have a Jeremiah Smith. Malachi Tony is a phenomenal talent, and this is going towards the portal thing. We need a guy that can take the top off. He needs another guy. We need a second receiver out there, whether it's a Cam Cameron or Cam Robinson, whatever his name is, whether it's Jeremiah, maybe wakes up tomorrow and says, hey, I want to go home and finish this off my boy, whatever it is. Malachi is not that type of player in terms of that Jeremiah Smith type player. He needs a second guy that can keep some of that focus off of him. And I'm hoping that I think our staff is wise enough to know, let's go and get us a stud, not to hurt or take any shine away, but somebody that can allow Malachi to continue to do what he do. Now guys are focusing on him because we don't have nobody taking the top off. We have nobody else that guys are fearing for or that they feel like they have the game plan for. We're hoping JoJo's going to be that guy. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out that way. I still think JoJo has the talent. I still think a guy like Joshua Moore has the talent. Could they maybe morph into that? I think they could. I'm not sure if they will. But the point is, if we can get a Jeremiah Smith to go with Malachi Tony, sky's the limit for the offense, and which is why Beck is the 2000 Ravens Trent Dilfer. That's
Ray
what
Lewis,
Beck is.
Ray Lewis said that last night.
Oh, did he? So I feel good about making that comment. Beck understands I don't need to be a superstar to help my team win the game. All I got to do is not lose it for him.
Hey, I think that's what got him in trouble in the Louisville game. National TV, everybody was talking about him in the Heisman. And I think he was trying to win the Heisman that night.
Yeah.
And it forced them to play a horrendous game and cost them a victory.
Yep.
I agree 100%. That Heisman talk came out and he felt like he had to live up to a certain standard in statistics, not realizing the most important thing is winning the games, because Mendoza and Sayin did not have the stats that you think of. They just won every game of the year except that last one for Ohio State. That's the reason why they were sitting in New York at the Heisman voting, because they don't really have better stats than Beck. He's on par with those guys. Statistically, they're not far off. Now, only thing I say that I will say this until I pass out about Beck that I am upset about is no quarterback in the nation, and PFF came out and gave the statistics. No quarterback in the nation has been kept cleaner than Beck in this whole year. Beck has had a clean uniform for 85% of his snaps in this entire season, far and above beyond any quarterback that's been kept cleaner. So I will say, that standard, I do hold them to a higher one, because I'm like, you have the time to make sure that you're hitting your throws. Now, if our receivers aren't getting separation, no, you don't put the ball in danger. By all means, you bring it down and then you go to your check down. but he has the opportunities in terms of he's seen clean pockets. Again, look at what they did last night. Ohio State really did not get to him like that. And when they did, he scrambled, which I hope he does more of. But going back to it, Shannon Dawson's doing the absolute masterful job with the personnel that he has to work with. And he understands Beck is not Cam Ward. He's not. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a detriment to Beck. That's not a detriment. That's just saying your skill level is not what Cam Ward's was. But guess what? Cam wishes he had the defense that you have. He wishes you had the guys that you have.
You're talking about the number 1 pick in the draft in relation to a guy that may not even get drafted till round 5, 6, 7. So
Correct.
Yeah, there's a big disparity there.
Correct. And I think Dawson is coaching him accordingly. And I think that's the smartest thing for him to do is to say, hey, think about it. We won with 103 yards passing and 138, and we won. Now there is going to come a time, Lamar, Bruce, Gary, that I think, Gary, you touched on this. Somebody's going to take something away, and they're going to force him to have to beat us or beat them.
Next week,
that's when he has to be ready. Because if I'm the Bulldogs, and I think at this point, I think Georgia's the only team that can match us physically. I don't think that any other team in the college football players can match us physically, and I think we win every other game. Georgia is the only team I feel to match Miami, man for man, blow for blow.
You said this before. You're right about the weapons. I watched, Gary watched, Matt watched, probably LT, Josh Moore in spring. He was unstoppable. And we also figured that JoJo would be pretty damn good. He'd be a star receiver. So neither of those things happened. So, he's calling plays with one hand tied behind his back. It's not easy. We all know he probably wants to go downfield. But to who? I mean, Daniels doesn't have blazing speed. Malachi is small. Malachi is the guy that can make plays after the catch, but he's not necessarily a bomb. They caught him off on the gadget play against Florida State on the flea flicker, and maybe one other bomb he had. But you know what? That's not his forte.
Yeah, I agree. We miss
here make catches.
Yeah, LT, you said you hit it on the nose, man. Jacoby George would have been phenomenal for his team if he could have, without the penalties, of course. Yeah. But in terms of what he offered and what he brought to the table, he's the perfect kind of guy to go at Malachi. Get those safeties and get those guys off of Malachi and let him work one-on-one with somebody in the middle with space. Perfect guy.
I can be honest. Like for me personally, I'm not successful without Horace Copeland or Randall Hill, guys that can stretch the defense because I operate in intermediate, and K-Dub who was fast. So those guys made me better because they required so much attention.
Exactly.
And I was able to toil, and every now and then I would catch them, catch the defense slipping, across the, deep. But those guys were the guys that could really take the top off and allow me to catch some of those intermediate 20-yard routes across.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's what we need. We need a topper, and again, I hope that's one of the areas that we attack. Moving forward, I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to next week game. I'm not looking for picking a winner. I've done that in the past. I want to play that team, and they get there and they destroy us, and you're like, damn, I should have picked the other one. Play who's in front of you. play who's in front of you, man. You're not playing nobody's an easy opponent. It doesn't matter who you play. Nobody's easy. You're not getting a cakewalk. There's no James Madison. There's no Tulane in there. You're not getting a cakewalk. You're playing a top 5, top 10 program. So there's nothing to, no reason to pick anything, in terms of, I want to play that team, Now, I do think playing Georgia, of course, you got the Beck Bowl. Of course, you look at Oregon, you got the Mario Crista Bowl. You got storylines that people can talk about. But at the end of the day, whoever's in front of us, man, and Gary, house money, kill it. Like you said, it's disgusting. It's never been house money to me. Once you got in the playoffs, it's all about winning because we don't know what next year looks like. You don't know what's going to happen next year. You have no idea, man. We're going to lose Bain. We're losing Francis. This is their shot. This is our best team that we've had in the last 20 plus years. We don't know what we're going to have next year. You don't know if who's going to step up and be the next Bain and be the next Mawano. You can't guarantee Jackson Kent. Everyone wants Jackson Cantwell to be that guy, but you can't guarantee it. This is college, dude. You're going from playing high school guys to men. Everyone's not built for that. Mawano was perfect for it. He had the body, he had the mental makeup, and he had the physicality to do it. Everyone can't do it. So this is the now, man. We're one game away from playing a home game for a national title. think about, just say that. You can't say in the beginning of the year that you honestly could say that and have that be something that was attainable and in your grasp. It was all fairy tales and unicorn stories. It's a reality, man. We have a shot to play for the national title at home. Tell me that don't talk about destiny. It's almost our way of introducing ourselves back to the world with a title at home, like the 83. I mean, that's, dude, I'm starting to get goofy. I'm gonna shut up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shut up.
Good.
All right, man. We'll see what happens next week.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to you. Are you having any more lives before next week's game or no?
Probably not before, no, because I'm gonna be heading out to Phoenix beginning of the week, and it's too hard to facilitate this from the road like that. But we'll do something after the game. You know, we'll do CaneSport Live after the game.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I know I can't make Arizona, but I'm already set up for Miami. If we make the national title, I'll be out there for that game. But Lamar, I love you, man. Bruce, appreciate it. Happy New Year, Gary. You guys have a good New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Salute, right, guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you, man. All right, LT, we got to let you go have some dinner, man.
Yeah, man, I'm going to go eat some dinner, man. I just want to say Happy New Year, you guys, man. And Gary, I'll see you out there, man. Bruce, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in you, but
I already heard it. I already heard it.
You hear it in my voice?
Everybody on CaneSport heard it. I get it. I won't do it again. I don't care.
No.
No.
No, you do it again.
I'm the jinx. I picked us to win every game this year. All of a sudden, I picked one game, and but at least I said it. I could have hit it. I didn't say it.
You could have done the Kelvin Harrison lie, but I got you.
But he's 12-0 every year.
Every year.
14-0.
You already called it. But hey, guys, Gary, we'll talk soon. All the viewers out there.
I'll see you,
buddy. In all seriousness, happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Go Canes, guys.
Your family.
All right, LT. Wow. All right, Bruce. Let's go to our man Jake. You live in Utah. You got to be making the trip to Arizona. Your mic's off.
Oh yeah, I'll be there. I was in Dallas yesterday.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm paying for it today, but water today.
little post game New Year's party.
All game.
Where'd you go?
Post game. We were in the lobby bar of the hotel until about 1 o'clock. There was not a bunch of Canes fans, but there was a decent amount, a couple of people. Hit it up with a guy, and I was planning on calling it a night, and he's like, we'll get another round. Like, who am I to turn down a free drink? So, yeah.
I had to go to the airport. I had to go to the airport at 6 a.m. Man, I was like, I got myself out of that post game New Year's party.
Oh, good for you. Yeah. We had an 8 o'clock flight. That came way too early. But oh man, what a hell of a game!
You're glad you made the trip, aren't you? That was something else, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was just amazing. Except the goddamn Cowboys Stadium, whatever that played. What a dump! I hate Jerry Jones. I hate his guts.
Really? I thought it was one of the most beautiful stadiums I've ever seen.
No, that place is a soulless dump. It is a soulless dump. All the noise dissipates into the air. We used to live in Dallas. I went and saw concerts there. I've seen Guns N' Roses and Rolling Stones probably close to a dozen times. They were the worst concerts I've ever seen because noise just disappeared. Like you couldn't hear any of the crowd action or anything. It dissipates. It's a soulless void. It's meant to make Jerry Jones more.
Why do you say that? Because I noticed watching it on my TV, and I have an 85-inch TV, so the stadium looks beautiful from the television set. But I didn't really hear either of the crowd noise. I heard the Canes. I heard Ohio State for a few minutes, but it wasn't loud. It wasn't deafening. It wasn't.
Yeah, it disappears. It's just a soulless void.
It is big.
It has one purpose, and that's to make Jerry Jones more money. It is a disgusting abomination of a stadium, but we dominated in it, so who gives a shit? It was an amazing game either way. And Gary, I loved your point. Like, so I said, like, for A&M, we were on house money because, like, none of us even thought we were going to get in. We all figured we were getting screwed. but it's like we showed up with that game plan that was working earlier in the year, and this is a game plan that can win, and now win. There's no reason not to. There's no team out there better than us. That's not to say that we couldn't lose, but there is no team we should lose to. We have the best offensive line in college football. We've proved, like, you know, I'm so sick of all this ACC, SEC bullshit. Our offensive line has just dominated two of the best defenses in college football. Supposedly the unstoppable. I mean, look, Ohio State's offense defense was outstanding. We scored the most points on them of any team this year. Why did we do that? Because our offensive line just kicked the shit out of them for 60 minutes. And so I'm so sick of all this nonsense with the Big Ten and the SEC. People should fear our defense. Like, all we heard all 10 days is, oh, God, this vaunted Ohio State defense. Why weren't we hearing about the team who held a team that was scoring 38 points a game to 3 in their home stadium? I mean, and that's fine. Hey,
you know what I think? You and me and everybody else are probably listening to the wrong people. The one person who I trust their opinion the most is Nick Saban, because he's been saying it all along. Even he said we belong in there, and if we get in there, nobody wants to play us. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go all the way. He's been saying that all along. He was on Stephen A. Smith's show. He was on this show. He's on the pregame show. Like today, they all picked. They said, and he said, "Oh, by the way, you know, don't count Miami out." They've given 17 points up in 2 games.
I think we should be the favorite at this point.
I don't want to be the favorite. Leave it alone. It's
hard to be the favorite when you're not scoring points. But for these two opponents and these two games,
we scored great. Ohio State, the most points they've given up this whole season was 16. And they gave up 24. I granted 7 of those were defense. 17. But we also left a shit ton of points on the field. So at least 3 field goals were left on the field. So just with like botched, you know, even Dawson said he wishes he could have a few of those back, because we probably would have gotten some points if we just would have gone a little more conservative. I don't have a problem. Like, I thought he called a hell of a game. Yeah. Like, even with the deep, we still scored more on them than any other team this whole season. So, you know what? You can say all you want. We outscored our opponents. You play the opponent you have. Both of them have had, and both of them do have outstanding defenses. It's just, and I'm fine with the disrespect, because I think it's firing the guys up and getting them pissed off. So keep it coming. You know,
and that's like going backwards too, because that's the way they thought of it back in the day.
Yeah.
Us against the world. That didn't come from no outer space. That came from them. Nobody likes us, and we don't give a damn. And that's what happened.
I've got a huge gripe. And again, fuck Jerry Jones and the Cotton Bowl and all this. They showed like a 5-minute highlight of the Cotton Bowl over the year. Except, you know what one fucking year they missed? Guess.
We beat Texas 46.
1990.
Yeah,
1990. They went through. They had highlights from 50-some years of it. And which one did they conveniently leave out? 1990. Eat shit, Cotton Bowl. Good riddance. I hope we go to the Sugar Bowl next year. Damn it. Anyway, Dallas sucks too. I live there, but it sucks.
So we're gonna see you in Phoenix, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I'll be in Phoenix. I love it. My little nephew, he's 5 years old. I'm kind of brainwashing him, because he's going to be like, he's in like the 99th percentile in height. And I'm trying to get his parents to start getting the defensive end mode into his head. And we were on the phone. I was talking to my sister, because I was planning the travel where I'm going to stay with them. And they were flipping through the channels, and Miami's on. And I'm like, oh, good. I'm teaching them well. He's 5 years old. He doesn't know much anything about football, but he knows the colors, and I love it. But
I got in trouble today, Jake and Gary. I was with my grandchildren. The whole family is Seminoles. The mother, the father, the relatives, Debbie, my wife, all. And so she's 4 years old. So I said, "Come here, Macy. Come here. Go into the kitchen and go like this and say." Raise it up high. Go, it's all about you, baby. And she did it. And I got the worst looks. But you know what? I didn't care. She did it. She turned around. She goes, Papa Brucey, I did it. I did it. So these little kids can make your day. I'll tell you.
There's no better feeling, isn't it? Yeah. No. That's I got him throwing up the U, teaching him little football moves. And then he saw Reuben Bain. When we were on the phone, because I always teach him sack the quarterback, and he saw Reuben Bain get the quarterback, and he goes, sack the quarterback, and I'm like, yep, that's my boy. That's it's fun. But no, I don't care who we play. If we keep this up, if we got Bain and Mesidor playing the way how about well, here's another thing I'm going to say. Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis, Kenyatta Jackson, CJ Donaldson, eat shit. Bon voyage.
Did you see Ryan Day's post game, Gary, at all? Were you there? Or
I didn't go in. I was there, but
I watched most of it.
I watched the video of it. Yeah.
I didn't see him say anything positive about Miami. He didn't even talk about us.
No, never didn't even mention Miami. No.
What kind of a
They're entitled pricks.
None of the Miami report. Nobody was looking for that because none of us were in his press conference. It was all Ohio State people.
I wanted Mario to walk up to him after the game to shake his hand and take the yellow flag, and throw it at him and tell him, "It's all yours now, asshole."
That was awesome though. The refs just let them play yesterday.
Yes, they did.
I know some of it went against us, but that's fine.
Carson Beck said after the game that in the SEC they let you play.
Yeah, I'd rather our guys can just pin their ears back and play football. You know what? There was one, I think it was either CJ Daniels or Keelan Mary, and they were all over him, and he would have made that catch. But
that was pass interference. But
that was bad. But on the whole, it's I'd rather take that one or two bad blown calls than be worried about the ACC that's going to throw 45 flags on us in a game.
You know what's fascinating with the pass rush we've had in the last 4 games of the season, in these 2 games, how many holds were called against the other team's offensive line? That can't be true. It can't be. One yesterday, it can't be. You can't be serious. What are you looking at? You see the guys got the jersey and they're tackled.
But you know what? It doesn't matter because our guys are playing so violent that it's frustrating because
it doesn't matter because you're not allowed to do it. They're doing it.
But we got away with some stuff too. There was OJ had a couple. He probably could have gotten.
It was one at the TV spot.
He had 2 penalties for 15 yards. We had 0 penalties. I mean, that's the way. That's the way it's.
They didn't decide the game. They let us play it.
They stayed out of it.
Right. They got some. We got some. Yeah, we got held quite a bit. But you know what? We still got 5 sacks. Yeah. It didn't really hurt us too bad. Let's put it that way.
And at one point in time, I thought when it was 14-0 with the defense playing like that, I thought we were going to blow them out.
Actually, to parlay what I was saying about our 4 South Florida assholes playing for the wrong team, my favorite play of the game, and this it probably should, if it was ACC play, Jacoby Thomas would be sitting next week. That hit he laid on Brandon Ennis was amazing. And then after it, they panned to he had to go to the sideline, and his face was just swollen up, and he looked like he wanted to cry. It was awesome. I was like, I hope you feel that tomorrow, dickhead. I really hate Brandon Ennis.
That's another guy. Aren't we after Ennis and we got spurned by him too? Aren't
yeah. No,
he was always going to Ohio State.
Right.
Jeremiah Smith can eat shit today. I'll revisit it if he wants to come back here. But the rest of those other three assholes.
I don't think he's coming back. He's got a good team. They lose Tate. The quarterback's back. I don't think he's going to leave. I don't see why.
I think Ennis is out too, isn't he? Yeah, so they got.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't think he would come here. First of all, we don't know who the quarterback is. So if he does enter,
we'll know soon. I think we'll know.
Question, Gary. I know quarterback's all the rage right now with the portal. Have you heard any chatter about any other action out there or any other guys?
No, all the early chatter was on the Levitt kid out of Arizona State, but I don't know, man. I don't know the Heat.
I mean, so I saw Dante Simpson left for the port. What the hell happened there?
He's sure it's money. I'm sure it's money. Player, but he's undersized.
Yeah,
he just wants more money.
He's undersized. They probably are only willing to pay him so much money. He probably wants to try to get more money, so he's going in the portal.
Okay,
dumb move.
It's fine.
I hear that.
It doesn't matter.
He's going to
that one doesn't matter.
But are there, because we are pretty
in the portal, we'll be fine.
We're pretty thin at defensive tackle. Have you heard any?
They got to try to find a couple in the portal. They'll be chopping, I'm sure. All right, Jake. We'll see you in Phoenix, man.
See you in Phoenix. We'll talk to you next week.
Yes,
Happy New Year. Hey, Bruce, I appreciate the honesty, but keep the stuff to yourself, man. I love you, but no.
What are you going to do? Take my dogs away? You're going to take my grandchildren away? I said what I said. What can I tell you? I'm not the only one in the country that said that. I can make the line.
That's all right. That's all right. We won. We won anyway. You can make it up next week.
Okay. Well, if I'm the Jinx, then next week I'm going to pick Georgia in a route.
All right, Jake. Happy New Year.
All right. Happy New Year, guys.
All right, let's go. BK Hurricane. What's up, BK?
Hey, what's up, Derek? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. How you guys feeling about the game?
Oh, what's it feel bad about?
Listen,
it was an unbelievable night up there. It really was.
Listen, like I said 2 weeks ago, I know I'm a homer, and I don't want to sound like one. But I said that the two teams with the quarterbacks with the most time under center are going to go to the national championship, and that's going to be Miami and Indiana. Period.
Indiana's good.
Mendoza.
Shocked at how good they are. Shocked.
Mendoza's a 4-year starter. He's a smart kid. He's not going to make the dumb mistakes.
He's a stud. He really is.
Carson Beck. He's 36-5. 36-5.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with my prediction, Miami, Indiana, and I don't know. Past that, I don't know, but I'm happy about the season.
The SEC will be having a freaking coronary, man.
Well, they haven't done that good during this bowl season. They're not that great.
Nope.
Neither did the ACC. Duke won in a squeaker, but the rest of it like garbage for the most part.
Duke looks really good. And they have their quarterback coming back next year. They're going to be pretty decent next year. Duke is going to be pretty decent. But hey, Gary, real quick, you think if we make it to the national championship, you think we could build and not get a quarterback out the portal and just try to groom one of our guys?
I can't imagine that, and here's why, BK. They're going to have about, I'm guessing, ballpark $40 million invested in this roster next year, between the $15 million rev share and about $25 million more in NIL. And you got $40 million on the table to field the team. How do you go to battle with a quarterback that's never stepped foot on the field? I would be stunned if they choose to do that. I think they got to lay it out there, try to get the best guy in the country. To me, that's the Sorsby kid out of Cincinnati. And everything we've been hearing is Texas Tech with him. I'll believe it when I see it. He could do better than Texas Tech. Miami wants him. LSU wants him. Why would he just settle for Texas Tech, especially after seeing what happened to them today? I don't know, man. We'll see. It's going to be interesting next several days.
I mean, Ohio State and both Oregon did it. You know, Dante Moore, this is his first year starting. Julian Sayin, first year starting.
Came to them in the transfer portal.
I'm sorry?
Dante Moore started at UCLA. He went to Oregon in the transfer portal.
No, he started a game or two, and then he backed out of the season 4 games in. And he was terrible.
Where was he before? He was somewhere else before UCLA, too. I'm trying to remember. I think Oregon.
I thought it was just UCLA, and then he went to Oregon, sat out, and then came and started and played this year. I know Julian Sayin was committed to Alabama and then went to Ohio State.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going on memory. I know he was at UCLA, obviously. He went to Oregon in the transfer portal.
Right. But listen, there's a ton of quarterbacks in the portal right now. Tons of them. Every time I look in the portal, it's being updated, and it's a new quarterback in the portal.
Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow when it's officially open. Listen, what are the odds of people in Jeremiah Smith's ear right now saying, "Listen, man, just close it out in Miami"?
When I threw that out there a couple of days ago, I wasn't just kidding. I wasn't fooling. I could definitely, personally, it makes a lot of sense to me.
You think if we land a big-time quarterback, Jeremiah might be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna close out my career in Miami.
I'm gonna make it right and go home and play with my guys." Yes, Malachi, JoJo.
Yes. What's it gonna cost us? Like $3 million?
Probably 4.
4.
I think they would make it happen for him.
All right, so we'll give him quarterback money.
100% for that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's. Yeah, he's going to be the first pick in the draft.
Yeah, he was pretty incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. I got news for you. Had they known where this money thing was going to a couple years ago when he was being recruited, they would have gotten them then. I'm telling you right now, because instead of putting $1 million on the table, they would have put the $3 or $4 million on the table back then. Had they known where the whole thing was going, nobody knew that it was going to keep escalating the way it has.
Jeez, well, listen. At the end of the day, I'm sorry that the Dante Simpson kid decided to go in the portal. I think he'll come back though.
If they want him back,
who?
Dante Simpson.
I don't know. Do you think? I mean, he was making headway though.
He was, but at the end of the day, he's an undersized defensive tackle. I mean, I feel that my opinion is they should be shooting higher than that.
Well,
so I'm not bothered at all.
Now, Gary, what freshmen are in here now that just got here? Who's here as a D tackle? Just the one kid?
Just him, yeah.
Yeah, I think Don.
Yeah, just him. It's just Dante Simpson.
He's the one, yeah.
No. But the kids that are here now that are true freshmen, they're in camp early. You mean
the new
tackles in there?
The new recruiting class? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Taylor Russell's gone.
You got Keyshawn Stansel. I don't know if he'll be an end or a tackle, but he's coming out of high school at 260 pounds. Sorry, Charles is a straight edge rusher, so he wouldn't count. Jordan Campbell, same thing, edge rusher. DeAnthony Lafayette right now is an edge rusher.
We got all edge rushers.
I think that they're going to go into the portal. I mean, Logan Nagel's the defensive lineman, 6'4", 280. Isaac Chukra is 6'2", 260 coming into college. But honestly, I mean, Frederick Santius is a 255-pounder. To me, they got to look for 2 or 3 defensive tackles in the portal. That's just my opinion.
And pay the premium.
Pay whatever you got to pay. They need him bad.
Blunt even more. He's been playing in the inside a lot.
Who are you talking about?
Blunt,
yeah, he has. And he might stay inside.
And what about the kid from USC that transferred, but he got hurt and he's out for the season? He's a D end, but he's got the size to put on weight.
You talking about Hayden Lowe?
Hayden Lowe.
Yeah, he wasn't a transfer though, but he's going to be. He figures to be a starter opposite Lightfoot next year, in my opinion.
Right, I agree.
Yeah,
Lightfoot's got to still get bigger.
Got to get bigger, but now he's got a year.
He covers guys in the flat.
Yeah,
he's all over the place.
He's had a good breakthrough year this year.
What about linebacker?
Got to go in the portal and get a couple.
Yeah, we got to get a couple. Oh my God.
Yep, you got to get a couple in the portal. Yep.
So we got to do DT and linebacker like we did defensive back last year.
Yeah, I would go get another defensive back or two. Also, we never have enough of those guys. You're finding out this year, like they're down 2 corners possibly in the next game with the whole season on the line. So,
wait, who are we down? OJ and who else?
Well,
Damari.
Possibly Damari Brown. Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully Damari gets healthy, but you can't have enough of those guys. So I'm expecting them to sign like 8 to 10 out of the portal. Very, very defense dominated.
That Ethan O'Connor kid is pretty good, though.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He is very good. Yes.
I wish we could have had Jacoby Thomas and Keontae Scott for one more season.
Yeah.
Well, you got
one more year
for another year, so.
BK, they were fun to watch. Those two, they really were.
Oh, they were the MVPs of the team.
Yeah,
on the defensive side for me.
Don't dismiss the coaching they're getting, man. Because I'm telling you, neither one of those kids was expected to be as good as they turned out to be.
Really.
Will Harris and Zach Etheridge are doing a hell of a job in that deep.
Yeah, those guys are amazing. But listen, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me in, and we'll do it after Georgia.
Yes, sir. You gonna make it? You gonna make it to Phoenix?
Absolutely not.
All right. Well, we'll have a show. We'll have a show either the day after or the day after that. I gotta start bringing it back. But yeah, we'll have another show. All right. Okay.
All right. I'll be looking forward to a nice home game for the national championship.
Yes, sir. That'd be great.
That'd be great.
All right,
man. Happy New
Year.
Year.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Take care, buddy. Hey,
all right, Bruce.
At least Sapp made it to the game despite all the controversy about Sapp. He got there.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I figured he would. All right, Bruce. Any closing thoughts?
Despite all the crap, he loved the Canes.
Yeah. He just, he kind of.
He makes his own mistakes, and he has to deal with it, which is sad.
He makes his own mistakes. Yeah.
Right.
All right, Bruce. Any closing thoughts?
I apologize, but and I don't know what I'm going to do. But Georgia looks pretty good. It's hard to say. I'm not into this prediction business anyway. But anyway, I'm thrilled we won. What an exciting time to be a Cane fan. It really has, in my way of thinking, has erased most of the 23 years of miseries because of what we did against A&M, what we did against Ohio State. We're in the top 4, Gary. We're in the top 4.
100%.
In this year's tournament. That means there's 8 teams that were rated higher than us are out.
And you don't have to be embarrassed to be there either. They've earned their way there.
Yep.
So I got to pick up the passing game, though, man. They got to work on passing game.
Yeah. Look, you can use the term house money. I don't care what you call it, but they don't have a. But it's not. But
that house money stuff makes me sick.
I don't want to hear that.
You don't get to the Final Four worrying about house money.
I'm not talking. I just said I don't care about that. But the passing game has to be opened up more. We've got to be able to. We can't just rely on ground and pound. We have to throw the ball.
Because a team like Georgia is going to be able to match up at the line of scrimmage.
Sure, they will. Yes, they will. They're not small. But you know what? We have nothing. We need to go out there and just play loose. We've played loose for 2 weeks. We're not scared of the moment. We didn't fold. We didn't choke. We didn't blow leads. Did we? Have we been behind so far? No, right? So we've been ahead for 120 minutes. Nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
But it gets tougher. We're in the Final Four.
Of course.
I'm just looking forward to playing Georgia next week. And I don't give a damn about Beck and Georgia. Who cares? I don't even think he's even going to mention it. I don't think Mario wants him to mention. Just focus on what has to get done. Play your game and let's see what happens. I don't think Georgia's that great.
All All right, Bruce. Well, we'll see what happens, and it's going to be interesting next week. I mean, I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, I had so much fun in Dallas. I can't wait to go do it again in Phoenix next week, to be honest. And I know I'm going to see a lot of Canes fans out there. Looking forward to seeing all you guys as well. And I know how much last night meant to all of you that made the trip there. So we'll do it again next week, and we'll be back after either the day after or the one after that. We'll do another CaneSport live show to talk
Happy
about.
New Year, everybody. Be healthy.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you missed the beginning of the show, podcast will be up immediately. And we'll see you next time. Have a great night.